Hey y'all, my name's Jen. I'm a health and life coach on a mission to empower women, and this season I call the messy middle. We believe it's never too late to dream your wildest dreams and to build lives freed from the shoulds and have-tos. Here, we talk to ourselves like we do our girlfriends and our sisters and daughters. I will share stories and resources with lots of encouragement and a little bit of tough love to drive you toward action. In this podcast, we talk about everything: career, relationships, motherhood, and health. So grab your sneakers and let's go, because she's wild and freed. Welcome back to another episode of She's Wild and Freed. I am really excited you're here today to listen in. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you leave me a review. A 5-star review would be excellent, but I would love to get your feedback and just hear what you think about the podcast. So if you can take that time, that would be awesome. Today, we are going to talk about something that just kind of popped up for me, and then I realized I get in this place every year around this time, so I wonder if it resonates with anyone or if you can relate. The time has come where we are in the last few weeks of summer. And I don't know about you all, but July felt like it just flew by. And July was a great month for me. I celebrated the 4th with friends. My birthday is in July. I went to the beach several times and even had a fun work trip, which I know fun and work don't always go together, but it was a really good time for me. But like I said, I get this feeling every August. I call it the summer blues. A part of me is excited to get back into routine with school stuff, bed, and meal times that are a little more on schedule. But I'm also bummed that summer is coming to an end. Anyone else with me? I also struggle in summer because I haven't really had much for my youngest kid to do since COVID. We pulled him out of after school and summer camps because, well, the fear and anxiety and uncertainty of that stupid virus. And I've heard it's reared its ugly head this summer. No one in my family has gotten COVID, but several of my coworkers have, and it just sucks getting sick in the summer. I also struggle with my kid being home, having nothing to do because I'm at home working. Being able to work from home was an amazing gift during a really scary time. And I truly appreciated being able to be home with my kids, to have that flexibility while they were at home doing school. I wasn't that much help to my teenagers, but I was there as support. But now my son has gotten a little bit older and there's quote unquote nothing to do. Now, a lot of you parents are probably in the same boat of me where it's like, well, I could list about 5 or 6 things you could be doing right now, but it's kind of like there being nothing in the fridge. There's nothing to do. And I feel guilty that I'm not able to entertain or take him places because I'm busy working. I'm on calls most of the day. Side note there. Remember a time when we didn't have so many calls? Like, I know this is a work from home thing. You know, if you don't work from home, it may be a little different for you, but call after call after call, videos, it's just a lot. But anyway, I am grateful to work from home. I love the flexibility, but definitely we could cut down on some of the calls. But are any of you in that same boat, or can you relate to this where you had a young kid in school during COVID, You stopped the after schools or the summer camps during that time. And then as things got back to normal, they were at a place where they were kind of almost too aged out of camp, or in my son's situation, he just didn't want to go. We tried a couple, but mainly he just was home because I was home. It was a convenience. All three kids will be going back to school in a few weeks, and we are moving into a new era. All of them will be in different schools. So if you don't know, I have twins who are almost 20, and then I have my son who is 12. And I'm so proud of each of them. Their drive, their overall sense of just enjoying life, and their resilience. This year has definitely been a little different for them, with their dad and me separating at the beginning of the year. So the summer blues have hit me and hit me hard. We went school supply shopping last week, and I just realized how things have changed and will change as we go into the new school year. All of a sudden, I wish I had done more with my kids. I had been more present. I feel the days slipping by when one of my daughters will go away to college next week. And I will say her school's only about 25 minutes away, but she's already declared that she will not be home much in her second year of school. And I love that. And I hate it at the same time. My other daughter will start community college and live at home while she's attending school, but she spends a lot of time on campus with her sister and friends there, and so I'll see less of her once school starts. And then my son starts 7th grade, middle school. Well, he started middle school last year, but it's just a tough age. And I hope it's not this way, but when my girls were in middle school and when they were 7th graders, they were kind of treated like the middle child. All the attention went to either the 6th graders because they're the new kids and they're trying to learn the whole system and changing classes and just new independence, or the 8th graders who are the big kids on campus and they're doing all the fun stuff that 8th graders do as they're prepping to go to high school. And 7th grade was just kind of there. And again, middle school is just a tough time. Hormones, there's changes, school gets harder. But I'm going to put it out there right now, put the good vibes out that my son's going to have a great year. It's beautiful, really, when your kids grow and develop. But I'm feeling a sense of loss too. I'm really enjoying this time with my girls as they approach 20. I mean, there's no denying it now. They are adults. And I know that they need to fly and be independent. And honestly, besides my Amazon cart and Target credit card, they don't really need me that much. But that's beside the point. This episode is not a poor me show. I'm feeling all the feels and just wondering if you're feeling them as well, no matter what age or stage your kids are in, or maybe you don't have kids, your kids are grown. In some parts of the country, school has already started for our kids. Others won't be starting until the end of August or after Labor Day. And for those of us listening in without kids, you can definitely continue to enjoy that commute for a little bit longer before the buses and parents flood the roads. With all new seasons, transitions, and changes, we have an opportunity to pine over what could have been done or what we should have done, like I was doing at the beginning of this podcast. Or we can appreciate what we got to do. things we experienced, either if it was when we were alone or with family and friends. Also, summer is not over yet. What can you plan or do in the next couple of weeks? What do you wish you could be doing right now? Is it within reach? Do you just have to register for something, schedule it, or go do it like right now? If you can't squeeze in one more trip or you aren't able to go somewhere, there's definitely things you can do right here in your present moment, in your locale. Make a list. Do it with your kids or partner. Enjoy a few more weeks of long, lazy evenings or exciting times in your local area. Here are a few ideas. Go mini golfing, indoor trampoline park, bowling. Take a day off and surprise your family with a big breakfast, or better yet, donuts. Go to a matinee or a midnight movie. Plan a backyard game day. Have a cookout, have cornhole, backgammon, turn on sprinklers, whatever sounds fun to you. You can even make some s'mores. If you know, you know. The point is, the beautiful thing about seasons and transitions is there's something new coming up. It could be something great or scary, exciting or worrisome, but I believe all the emotions have their place, and I also believe in the beauty of transitions. So if you find yourself feeling the summer blues, you are not alone. And I have something that may help you out of those blues. As I said before, there's something wonderful about back to school time, even if you don't have children or they're grown. Back to school time brings up back to quote unquote normal schedules, eating, sleeping, exercise, etc. It's also a great time to set intentions on how you want the rest of the year to go. I am so excited to announce a new series coming up on the podcast starting August 21st. The series is called Back to School, Back to Health. Don't worry if you're listening in September or you missed a few episodes. You can always go back and listen to the whole series. It will always be here for you. This series will run for 6 weeks, and I will introduce it on the podcast next week, along with what to expect. Be sure to tune in to the podcast next week on August 21st, 2024, to get all the details to set yourself up for success. This is a great way to kickstart your health routines and or jump back in after a lovely summer off. Even if it's only been a few weeks, let's do this together, sister. Each week we'll have a theme and some homework or gym work for you to do. And I am freaking out. I love putting this series together for you, and I love this community. If you have a sister or a girlfriend or a sister from another mister who wants to jump into this series, send them the link to the podcast, like right now. Just send it. Now, I have a special message for you. Yes, you. If you listen to the podcast series in real time, you will receive a special bonus for listening the day the podcast is released. So make sure you tune in on Wednesday. If you aren't already subscribed to the podcast, do that now and turn on notifications if those are available so you don't miss out. There is so much goodness in setting intentions, refocusing on a goal or goals, and doing it together. Okay, here is your homework for this week. Set your clocks and calendars for August 21st, 2024, and tune in to this podcast then. Do something fun or relaxing, whatever you desire, to soak up the last few weeks of summer. And then I will kick off the series August 21st to get you prepped and ready, because that's where the work will begin. I'm so excited. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you next week in our Back to School, Back to Health series. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you feel free to take action toward building the life of your dreams. If something in this episode resonated with you, I would so appreciate it if you would text it to a girlfriend so she can hear the message as well. Until next time, stay wild.